So, Naomi, since you were walking around with your phone, you mentioned kind of capturing sounds. What are some of your favorite sounds?
Oh, my recent favorite is the wind. It may be so simple, but we were walking up on a hill and there were just a couple of trees, and lower a little bit in the valley there were bushes, and so a huge wind came from the top of the hill where there were no plants at all, and then ran through the trees and then to the bushes. And as you listened, you heard the sound, the path of the wind, how it touches the leaves, but those are different leaves and different heights, and it was just fascinating. And then it just went on, and then it quieted down, and then as a breath it came again. It was so beautiful, and I just love that sound. So I at night before I go to bed I usually put it on, and I'm just reliving that moment. It's really nice.
Oh, so nice. Can you send that to me? Like that sounds amazing.
Sure.
I I got recently into rain, and there's this whole like recording of different kinds of rain, like rain in Los Angeles, cold rain, rain with wind, rain with birds in it. And it's like you realize there's so many different sounds that we're constantly being surrounded by if we just take the time to notice. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I remember I recorded once a sound in Hawaii. My first time in Hawaii. I love the islands, and uh, they really made a big impact on me. And one morning I just woke up and I realized this beautiful harmony of sounds because of the birds who were sitting on those beautiful bushes and flowers around us. And so I recorded that, and then I became aware of the rain, because it rains there every day, and then how that is different but still similar to the ocean sound, which is also there and very close. And this all mix of beautiful soundscapes, it's very mesmerizing. And and if I think if you listen to those sounds, you are already there.
Mm.
So I think that's why it's so wonderful to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like especially like in this pandemic, I've been, we're so much on Zoom, right? Like I teach on Zoom. I'm sure like you work on Zoom, and I've really rediscovered the phone call. Like I love to call my friends, and I've been calling my friends, and there's something so much more intimate and soothing and reassuring about a human voice. And and that is more intimate than Zoom for me. And so I have sort of switched to that. So people are like, oh, let's catch up. I'm like, just call me. Let's get on a phone call. And it also feels like a person's closer.
I totally agree with you, because I feel as we are on Zoom, we are already presenting ourselves all the time. And you need a, I don't know, a proper setting, a proper, I don't know, makeup, whatever. And then when you just call someone, it seems so simple and so easy, and there are no distractions around you. It's just listening.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you contacted me to like talk about what to do with algorithm in the pandemic. I was like, I was like, I was open to a lot of ideas, but I was like, oh, I don't want to do Zoom for this particular play. Like I just didn't, there's some plays that it works well. I don't think that all Zoom plays are necessarily doomed. I think I've seen really good, interesting work on Zoom, but I just didn't think it would work with algorithm. And then when you said audio, I think I like screamed. I was so happy. I was like, I love audio. Yes.
Oh, I remember that. That was
All of you were like, okay. I don't think you were waiting for that reaction. Probably you're just like, well, we're happy, but we didn't think you'd be so open to it. Because I think that moment I realized that, without giving this away, I think the plot of algorithm actually works interesting in audio format.
Totally, I totally agree. And from the other side, we were really anxious, to be honest. What will you think about us when, you know, we were preparing for the theatrical piece and all visuals and everything, and then just sound, but it seemed right. So
Yeah.
that's why we dared to ask you. And then when you said yes, that was such a relief, to be honest. It was really great.